A shift in power and the United States Congress and Maine's two senators may have a role in how things move forward. Republicans taking over control of both chambers in the Senate. The GOP gained 7 seats. WMTW News 8's Kyle Jones is live in Brunswick now with details on an announcement today from Senator King and what it could mean. Kyle.
Now, Senator King just announced that he'll continue to caucus with the Democratic Party. Some people had wondered which way he was going to go after the midterm elections, and now we have that answer. Now, even though the Senate was won by the Republicans last night through the elections, Senators King and Collins could have an impact on Capitol Hill and put Maine on the map.
I have decided to remain with the Democratic caucus.
A change overnight in Capitol Hill. Republicans take control of the Senate, but Senator Angus King says he's staying in line with the Democrats.
To change my alignment to a caucus which, at least at this point, appears openly hostile to the president, it seemed to me would give up an important advantage which having a senator who's in the same party or is in the same caucus that the president works with, we would give up that advantage, and I think that would be a loss for Maine.
He said his alignment would mirror Senator Collins' work in the Republican Party, and the two would have a key position for the state in getting people to meet in the middle.
The relationship that Susan and I have and our ability to work both caucuses on behalf of Maine is, I believe, one of Maine's most valuable assets in the Senate.
Meanwhile, Susan Collins could move up in seniority, representing Maine on important committees.
It will allow me to hold more powerful positions in the Senate, and that's good for the state of Maine. Instead of being the ranking minority member on subcommittees, for example.
Their work together could be extremely important. Now that the Republicans have control, it means the pressure is on.
The Republican Party feels like, okay, we have a majority now in both houses of Congress, and the onus is really on us to propose and pass legislation that, appeals to the American people.
And however it gets done is what's most important to King.
I think the important thing from the public is not who's in charge, not who has more numbers of the caucuses. What do we get done?
Now, Senator King did reiterate that just because he is aligning with the Democratic Party, that doesn't mean that he's made any favors, and it doesn't mean that he won't vote with the Republican from time to time. It just means that he believes that what's most important, as he said, is not who he caucuses with, but what he gets done in Washington. Live in Brunswick, Kyle Jones, WMTW News 8.